Now let us discuss elements of an effective cybersecurity plan. There are identifiably 8 crucial elements of an effective cybersecurity plan. These elements are mandated in order to create an operative cybersecurity strategy. These elements are working within a framework. The approach towards cyber defense must be custom made to the types of data security and the circumstances involved within its architecture. Awareness with respect to threat intelligence. The more proactive decisions can be made during a cyber attack, the better off the enterprise will be. Basics of cybersecurity. Part of the cybersecurity planning guide process includes circumventing issues in the first place. Basic security systems should run in top form to achieve these goals or improve the chances of never having a disastrous data breach. Security procedures are also required to be fully implemented. Some of the identifiable security procedures include deployment of firewalls, use of systems for intrusion detections, use of systems for security incidents and event management, use of systems for spam filtering and anti-phishing, identify access management, including privileged access management for administrative roles, use of strong passwords, use of multi-factor authentication, use of device and data encryption, and use of policies such as Bring Your Device policy. Moving ahead, let us now discuss the next element, collaborating with internal stakeholders. In the event or situation of cybersecurity breaches, all employees belonging to the organization should be ready at the time of the announcement. Comprehensive risk assessment. The most prevalent threat model is based on identified risks, their likelihood of occurrence, and their damage causing potential. Risk assessment fine tunes the cybersecurity response and help prevent attacks. It is an essential element for the pervasive cybersecurity maturity model. Incident response planning. Cybersecurity risks are growing day by day. That is why it is necessary to be proactive about incidents and response that are planned against them. The next element is data support and operations. It includes the measures the organization will implement for handling each level of classified data. There are identifiably 3 primary categories of data support operations: data protection regulations, data backup requirement, and movement of data. Roles and responsibilities. The component of the cybersecurity plan should outline the employee's rights, responsibilities, and duties regarding data protection. These are the 8 essential elements of an effective cybersecurity plan. Now let us discuss how to create an effective cybersecurity plan. There are 8 steps involved in creation of an effective cybersecurity plan. These steps are: step number 1, conduct a security risk assessment. The assessment includes the following critical areas evaluated and documented accordingly: identification of valuable assets, identify threats, classification of data into public, private, confidential, restricted, internal use only, and intellectual property. Then followed by risk prioritization. Step number 2, set your security goals. Cybersecurity business plan can be measured by at least one of these 3 goals. Protect the confidentiality of data, preserve the integrity of data, promote the availability of data for authorized users. The CIA trait that we have learned in the first unit is a security model that is designed to guide policies for information security within the premises of an organization. Every information security strategy plan should include a detailed model and a guiding principle derived from CIA trait. Now let us discuss the third step. Evaluate your technology. As we all know that cybersecurity is technology centric and always depends on the core systems of an enterprise. It is very much important for all of us to evaluate our own technology. Some of the steps that we need to adhere to when we evaluate our technology are identification of the operating system used within the entire network. This includes operating systems deployed on the server, desktops, and laptops. Categorize devices nearing to end of life period, accordingly discontinue updates. Deploy support personnel to maintain critical asset. Remove duplication of services provided by different systems. Now let us move on to the next step, that is selection of a security framework. Based on the requirement of the organization, different frameworks can be implemented. These are ISO 27001, the International Organization for Standardization Cybersecurity Framework; PCI DSS, the Payment Card Industry Data Security Standard; NIST CSF, National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Framework; GDPR, General Data Protection Regulation; HIPPA, the HIPPA Cybersecurity Rules, Standards and Implementation Specification has four major sections, essentially created to identify relative security safeguards that help achieve compliance. Step number 5. Review security policies. The objective of cybersecurity policies within the cybersecurity business plan is to address security threats and implement a cybersecurity management plan. A thorough review of the policies is recommended to ensure security policies are up to date and address emerging threats. Create a risk management plan. The following steps are a guideline for creating a cyber risk management plan. Identify the most valuable digital assets, audit organizations' data and intellectual property, perform a cyber risk assessment, analyze security and threat labels, and create an incident response plan. Now let us move on to the next step, that is implement your security strategy. Implementing the cybersecurity management plan is the most important task in the entire strategy, and this has to be done over different phases with due diligence. Step number 8. Evaluate your security strategy. The security strategy, once deployed, must be monitored and tested frequently to ensure that the goals of the strategy align with the threat landscape. Below are the steps to be followed to maintain continuous and comprehensive sight of the ongoing support of the security strategy. Establish support from internal stakeholders. Perform an annual risk assessment and obtain regular feedback from internal as well as external stakeholders. Now let us discuss what to include in cybersecurity plan template for small businesses. Objectives. The cybersecurity management plan template aims to provide quick solutions when required. It lists all the activities concerning the privacy of information, the correctness of data, and access to authorized users. This brings us to focus on three crucial aspects of security, which includes confidentiality, integrity, and availability of data, collectively known as the CIA trait. Common threats. Cyber threats and the roles of attack vector change at a very fast pace. Strategies and attack methods are also changing and improving daily. Therefore, it is very much important for all of us to have a sound knowledge about the recent development in the common threats. Security policies. Cybersecurity policies serve as the framework of cybersecurity management plan. Policies outline the expectation of internal stakeholders to protect business assets and minimize risks. Security breach response plan. A breach response process allows organization to quickly identify an attack and shut it down as soon as possible. Employee education plan. To be successful, the employees need to be aware and updated with the cybersecurity policy. A cybersecurity training program also needs to be designed to educate the employees periodically. Now, this brings us to the end of the fourth session of the fourth unit. Thank you very much for your patience listening.